because it's pretty axiomatic, I suppose, that you can't fix a sick mind with a sick mind, and that's what they would have us do. But that doesn't work. We're going to have help. So we add all those things together, and we can see at least the broad outlines of a spiritual awakening. And nowhere does chapter 7 address that. I think it's important for us to realize what the big book is saying to us. It's saying, looky here. We told you back in the beginning, and we told you again in chapter 2, that we're writing this book based upon our experience. That is, the people who wrote the book, the founders, and especially Bill Wilson. We're writing this book to tell you precisely how we have recovered from a seemingly hopeless state of mind and body. And we believe, truly believe, that if you will do as we have done, that you too will recover. And they were right. And so when we look at the 12 steps saying that we're going to have a spiritual awakening as a result of these steps, what it's really saying is, if you will follow in our footsteps, if you will follow the directions which we followed and which we have detailed for you in this book, that you too will inevitably have a spiritual awakening, along with the realization of all of those promises, along with the return to sanity, along with being restored to the sunlight of the Spirit, along with having drawn close to God. Now when we look at the 12 steps, then we can see all kinds of things that are going on here. One thing which is critically important for us to remember, because we learned this back in the 3rd step, that God's going to give us everything we need. Not necessarily what we want, but what we need. And our responsibility, what we must do for that, is that we must stay close to Him and we must perform His work well. And over again we have the same message. In the 9th step, the book tells us that our real purpose here is to fit ourselves to be of maximum service to God and the people about us. Not to have the house on the bay and the 50-foot Matthews and the trophy blonde and the big bank account and all that stuff. Not even to regain what we thought we lost. None of that is promised. What is promised is that we get to have our heritage fulfilled, which is that we be happy, joyous, and free. And that we be sober, and that we will grow spiritually. And that we will have the opportunity over and over and over again to be of service to others, which will bring us happiness beyond anything we could ever imagine for ourselves. And so when we look at the 12th step, we can see the culmination of all of this. And it's important to recognize the inevitability of it. You see, the big book doesn't have any weasel words in it.